What's happening, Clipzy fam? Get ready, because we've got a firestorm of news hitting you fast. We're kicking things off with a deep dive into Fort Worth's colossal budget, where a staggering $460 million is earmarked for the police department. We'll break down exactly where all that money is going and what it means for the city. Next up, we're heading south to Colombia, where dissidents of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, the FARC, have launched a brazen attack on a police station. This wasn't just a minor incident. Authorities are reporting casualties and a tense standoff. We've got the latest on this developing story. Then, we shift gears to a deeply tragic situation in the UK. A woman lost her life after being traumatized by what an inquest has concluded was a mistaken police raid on her home. We'll explore the harrowing details of this event and the devastating impact it had. And finally, we bring you a story of unexpected developments in the ongoing NHS maternity scandal. Families who have suffered immense loss are reporting feeling reassured by the police's handling of a significant security breach within the investigation. Stay tuned for all the details and make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Clipzy, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Fort Worth's police budget, a $460 million deep dive. Fort Worth is making a monumental financial commitment, preparing to allocate an astonishing $460.1 million to its police department in the upcoming fiscal year. This figure isn't just large. It represents the single biggest expenditure in the city's budget, dwarfing even the fire department, which is set to receive roughly half that amount. This substantial investment is largely fueled by a dedicated half-cent sales tax, contributing $130.27 million through the Crime Control and Prevention District, with the remainder drawn from the city's general fund. While the final approval from the City Council is expected on September 16th, the draft budget reveals that approximately $290.4 million will cover salaries and benefits for nearly 1,900 officers and over 570 staff members. An additional $39.4 million is earmarked for the department's daily operations and maintenance, with $16.5 million set aside for mandated staff raises as per the police union's bargaining agreement. Interestingly, the general fund budget for the police department sees a modest increase of $2.6 million compared to the previous year, a smaller jump than in past years. This is partly due to the transfer of 168 emergency response employees and their associated $17.8 million budget to a newly established emergency management and communications department. The budget also includes funds for 8 new neighborhood police officers, totaling $1.7 million. Meanwhile, police officials are tasked with cutting $1.8 million in overtime and operating costs as part of broader citywide budget reduction efforts. The draft budget highlights ongoing challenges, including the persistent struggle to recruit and retain sufficient officers for a growing city and the potential strain of maintaining aging infrastructure and vehicles. As the City Council prepares to vote, they will also be swearing in Eddie Garcia as Fort Worth's 28th police chief, who will earn $306,000 annually, succeeding the recently retired Neil Noakes. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Next, we're jetting off to South America for a violent clash in Colombia. FARC dissidents launch deadly attack on Colombian police station. Chaos erupted in southwestern Colombia this Sunday as dissidents of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, FARC, unleashed a brutal assault on a local police station. Authorities have confirmed the tragic loss of 1 police officer and injuries to 4 others in the pre-dawn attack. The army swiftly deployed troops to the town of Carmelo in the Cauca department, aiming to restore order following what they described as terrorist actions. This incident appears to be a direct response to ongoing police operations targeting criminal groups in the region. The FARC dissidents involved are known to operate outside the 2016 peace agreement and are reportedly under the command of the elusive Nestor Gregorio Vera, also known as Iván Mordisco, a highly sought-after figure in Colombia. Reports indicate that these armed groups used local residents as human shields, a tactic designed to impede security forces from reaching the embattled police station. The governor of Cauca has urgently appealed to the defense minister for immediate intervention to protect the local population. Harrowing videos shared by residents depict scenes of intense gunfire and explosions, with ambushed officers desperately calling for assistance. This attack follows a similar incident in late August in the same department, where at least 3 police officers were injured. This violence is shocking, but what happened next is even more heartbreaking. We're heading to the UK for a story of trauma and loss. Tragic loss after mistaken police raid leaves woman traumatized. A devastating inquest has concluded that a woman took her own life after suffering extreme trauma following a mistaken armed police raid on her home. Cherry Turner, 31, died on July 1, 2022, months after Northumbria police mistakenly targeted her Newcastle residence on December 12, 2021, and incorrectly arrested her partner, Craig Jackson. Her family described their lives as a life sentence of pain, remembering Cherry as a happy, positive, and popular daughter with no prior mental health issues or police involvement. The court heard that the traumatic experience led to a severe decline in her mental health, causing distress, sleep deprivation, and a growing paranoia that the police were monitoring her home. Mr. Jackson recounted the terrifying moments of the raid, describing armed officers, barking dogs, and being pinned to the ground. The inquest revealed that police realized their error almost immediately, but delayed informing the couple for 2 months that Mr. Jackson was no longer under investigation. Her brother-in-law stated that had the police corrected the mistake promptly, Cherry's mental health might not have deteriorated so drastically. The jury's conclusion emphasized that Cherry Turner died as a consequence of the ordeal after experiencing extreme trauma and developed anxiety disorder. The jury also noted that multiple opportunities were missed to resolve the situation and expressed surprise at the lack of a policy to support victims of wrongful arrests. Northumbria police issued an apology for identified failings and stated they would carefully consider the inquest's findings. From devastating loss to a glimmer of hope, we're now looking at the families involved in the massive NHS maternity scandal. Maternity scandal families find reassurance in police handling of security breach. Families affected by the extensive NHS maternity services inquiry are reporting a sense of reassurance following the police's decisive actions in response to a security breach within the ongoing investigation. Nottingham University Hospital's NHS Trust remains at the center of a major public inquiry, while Nottinghamshire Police continue their corporate manslaughter investigation into maternity care failings. The breach involved information being altered or deleted from police systems related to Operation Perth. Nottinghamshire Police Deputy Chief Constable Rob Griffin confirmed the force acted swiftly upon discovering the issue, which was uncovered through system auditing. The force has since referred itself to the Independent Office for Police Conduct and the Information Commissioner's Office. At a recent family update meeting, relatives praised the police for their openness and transparency regarding the breach, even applauding their handling of the situation. Dr. Jack Hawkins, whose daughter Harriet was stillborn in 2016 due to maternity failings, expressed that the police's commitment to earning and maintaining family trust was paramount. He stated, "We feel really reassured that they found a problem, dealt with it, and are looking into it further." Simon Cure, an advisor for Operation Perth, indicated that the investigation into the motivation behind the data tampering is ongoing and expected to take months. The families involved continue to advocate for a national public inquiry to ensure accountability across all levels of healthcare and regulation. Michelle Welsh MP has also secured a parliamentary debate on baby loss, aiming to improve maternity services nationwide. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. But don't go anywhere just yet. We've got a quick recap and your full call to action coming right up. All right, Clipzy crew, let's do a lightning recap. Fort Worth is dropping a massive $460 million on its police. FARC dissidents attacked a police station in Colombia. A woman tragically died after a mistaken police raid. And families in the NHS maternity scandal are feeling reassured by police actions. Hit that like, subscribe, ring the bell, drop a comment below, and follow us on all our socials to stay connected.